light of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM Project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed. Good luck, Commander.
Welcome everybody to Let's Play XCOM Enemy Unknown. I am your host, Alexander Frost, and this is episode 1. To kick things off, I will not be playing the tutorial, and the reason why is in the teaser trailer that I did before. When you play the tutorial for the main game, what it does is, instead of like other tutorials where it says, this is how you do this, now move that person up there, very good. The game says, you have to move this character to this position no matter what. Which leads to 3 perfectly good agents being killed in the first mission. Not only that, the game shoehorns you into completing the storyline as quickly as possible, as opposed to building your forces and building your base the way you want to. Case in point, if I were playing the tutorial, I would only be allowed to select my base location as North America or Europe. The rest of the world would be completely locked out, and that is unacceptable. Now, as you can see, there are 5 different bases that we can create, or I should say 5 different locations that we can create our bases at. Each base, each continent, gives us a bonus. In the case of North America, we get an air and space bonus, in which all aircraft and aircraft weapons will cost 50% less to purchase, build, and maintain. Kind of nice, but not really what I'm looking for here. Europe gives us expert knowledge. Laboratories and workshops cost 50% less to build and maintain. Again, something that's not really a big deal if you know how to manage your funds. So again, I'll be skipping over that. Future progress, future combat. All projects in the Foundry and officer training cost 50% less. Considering I won't be getting the Foundry until probably a quarter of the way into the game, and that officer training school really isn't that expensive to begin with, the skills that you get from officer training are reliant on the various levels of rank your soldiers get. So, again, if you have enough money, it's really not a big deal. Africa, all in. Our monthly funding will be increased by 30%. Nice, but not the greatest. This is the one that I want. We have ways. All autopsies and interrogations will be completed instantly. This is the one we want. And so without any further ado, we will jump right into our very first mission.
Brazilian authorities have requested our help, so that's where we're going next. We've picked up a local broadcast indicating alien activity within a major metropolitan area. We should get down there and eliminate any hostiles.
So they're starting us off in the train yard, alright. This is going to be pretty standard of most missions. Drop into an area, locate all of the enemies and kill them. There are no civilians in the area, so we don't have to worry about them. Collateral damage is not our concern. If we feel like blowing up some trains, goddammit, we'll blow up some trains. Now this is kind of rare. This is the first time I've ever started a mission with 3 females. Not that it's a problem, it's just usually it's fairly balanced. There's either 2 females and 2 males, or 3 males and 1 female instead of the other way around. But, whatever.
Strike One, this is Central. You are free to engage all hostile contacts in the AO. Don't take any chances.
Righto, no risks I shall take. Now I apologize if there is a bit of an echo. It's my computer's acting a little janky today and won't let me access my sound options. Hopefully it should be fixed by the next video or video after that. So, basic controls. The directional pad. Pressing left and right will turn the camera, well, right and left since I pressed right and left first. Up and down will actually change your elevation, which will allow you to tell your troops, hey, I want you to go up here, or up there. If you see that little gray circle there, that means your troop is incapable of getting up there. Yellow means they can move there, but you're too high up in elevation. Okay. The right analog stick can be used to move the camera around without actually moving your movement indicator. Not that I usually use it, I generally just use this, but the camera seems to move faster this way. First thing I always do whenever I start these missions is I see exactly how big the map is. Now, this looks like it's a pretty sizable map, but since this is our first encounter and we are playing the game on normal, very likely there's only going to be 4 aliens, maybe 5, and all of them are going to be pretty simple, so I'm not too worried about that. If you look in the lower left, you see the name of our agents, their rank, represented by that symbol. If we hit L3, we can get a look at their current statistics: health, will, offense, and defense. We'll get more into those whenever we actually get back to base. In the middle, we have a list of combat interface to let us know what we can do. By pressing R2, we can access it. So, the first option is fire, but there are no targets. Overwatch. Any enemy that moves into our field of view, we will automatically take a pot shot at. Of course, we'll only take one shot because we can only do it once, and then using a grenade. This will change depending on where we are, what skills we gain as we level up, and so forth. In the lower right, we show what weapon is equipped. Currently, we have an assault rifle equipped, and a pistol, which we can switch over to by pressing the square button. Assault rifles, or your main weapon, has a limited amount of ammunition and must be periodically reloaded. Pistols, or sidearms, have an unlimited amount of ammunition. Of course, the downside is they're considerably weaker and have less range, but they're good alternatives. Now let's see, there's not really much else I can do except to move out. So I'm going to go ahead and move her over here.
Got it.
Now, my playstyle is kind of slow. It's not very risk-based. What I generally tend to do is move my characters to a safe location, then go to Overwatch, and slowly fan out and look for the enemy.
I've got my eyes on.
I don't ever rush my troops, or hardly ever rush my troops. Let's see, let's move you over here for the time being.
Got it covered.
Alright, and then you... let's put you over here and see what we can find.
Oh, it's go time.
There we go. Good rule of thumb to follow. Whenever you encounter a group of enemies, make them your top priority. The way the game works is, enemies are in cover until you discover them inside the fog of war. If you don't advance further, if you hold your position and let the enemies you've discovered come to you, you can engage them and kill them at your leisure. If you try and advance too quickly and uncover more and more enemies, you'll rapidly find yourself fighting all of the enemies on the map as opposed to fighting them a few at a time. In any given situation, the enemy outnumbers you. Play that to your advantage. She's gonna get hurt. No, she's not. She dodged it like a boss. Oh yes, pressing R1 and L1 will allow you to switch between each troop. I'm sorry, each soldier. Alright, so you move up here. There we go. She's got sight on 1, and only has a 45% chance to hit. You try pitching a grenade, but it's not close enough. I think what I'm going to do is I'll have her go to Overwatch for now. And I'm going to have Green and one of the other ladies swing around behind him.
Got it covered.
Yes, Klein, you go with him. Now, like I said, I normally don't dash my troops, but in this case, I don't want her to fall behind. I want them to move together as a pair. And in the meantime, Peters, I want you up here helping her. Keep Zoe alive, please. So, either they're going to keep firing from that position or fall back. Yes, cover is destructible, so you can't stay in the same place forever. Oh, dear.
We're witnessing something never before seen in recorded history. Their weapons appear to self-destruct when the operator dies. We should look closely for any fragments that could be salvaged for our own development programs.
You saw it here first, folks. Green, being the boss that he is, decided to take a reaction shot through the boxes, through a train car, and killed an enemy. Oh yes. Oh yes. I am renaming you Alexander Frost. You are the leader. You are the leader. There's no getting around that. Okay, so since we've encountered 2 aliens more northward, I think what I'll do is I'll go on ahead and advance Klein up here. Actually, I want you right there.
Moving out.
And just for shits and giggles, pop a grenade. Oh yes, whenever you're hiding behind cover, you can use the hunker down command. It doubles your cover bonus, which means better defense, less chance of getting shot at, but your sight radius decreases. The fog of war closes in and you literally can't see anything because you've got your head down. I'm going to say you're right about there. Have a grenade.
Eat this.
No? Well, I destroyed some cover. Still only 45% chance. I don't know if they're on Overwatch or not. I don't like the idea of rushing her out like that. Alright, sticking to my new plan. Peters, I want you to swing around behind them from the other side. You know what? Why don't you hunker down? And then Green, you'll go with Zoe here and help her out. That was Zoe, right?
Overwatch. Aye, aye.
I'll get the names right. Oh. Did you connect to him? Oh yes, by aiming at an enemy and then pressing L3 you can get information. This is a sectoid, and you can evaluate everything. So let's see. We have a 45% chance to hit. We actually have a 65% chance to hit, but because the sectoid's under low cover, that chance is cut by 40, or 20 rather. And we've only got a 10% chance to crit, because it's the basic assault rifle. It's nothing special. Alright, Peters. I don't think I can advance you any quicker.
I'm on it, Commander.
Next turn, you're going to move up to the trains.
Aye, aye.
Technically could go now, but
I'm healed, Commander.
stay on Overwatch for the time being. Alright, Klein.
Yes, Commander.
Move up to there, please. Hi there. Oh, wait. Now, you see how they're connected? When the sectoids do that, the controller here, that's not good, is projecting over to the controllee. I don't know if that's the right name I want to use or not, and increases their health temporarily. The thing is, though, if I kill the controller, they both die. And she already popped her grenade. Not a problem. If I advance Green to here, still only 65% chance to hit, but let's see if a grenade... Ah, he can't reach him. Alright, take the shot. Beautiful! Well, there's not much else I can do except flank that other alien and kill it. Yeah, but your cover's probably not. No, you still got some cover. Good. Alright, advance over... Well, since I'm fairly sure that you're the last alien, I'm gonna have Peters throw a grenade. Let me change my sight view here. Perfect! Oh, the other thing you should be careful of with grenades and explosives, they can hurt enemy allies as well as friends. Yeah, they can hurt enemies and
You may
allies.
want to instruct your men to exercise restraint when using explosives. While certainly effective at killing aliens, they also destroy the artifacts we're hoping to recover from the bodies. Just something to consider.
Good work out there, Strike One.
If I may, Commander, the labs are on high alert. Teams are standing by for your orders. We can begin researching the newly recovered artifacts immediately.
Yes, by killing an alien, when an alien dies, their weapons self-destruct, so you can't use it, which sucks. By killing it, it turns and breaks down into weapons parts, which you need to do various bits of research. But by using a grenade, you destroy the weapon outright. No recovery, no parts, nothing. So, Operation Red Fog. Completed successfully. Wow, 3:11 in the morning is awful bright. All 4 aliens killed, no XCOM operatives lost. A good first mission, very solid. I would have liked everyone to have gotten a single kill, but, you know, I could still work with it. I've been on missions where agents have gone up in rank and they never killed a damn thing. Ah, the loading screen. That's what it looks like. It's nice. I like it. So, that was a basic mission. It's nothing too strange or unusual about it. But then we move on into the next phase of the game.
Welcome to XCOM HQ, Commander. I'm Central Officer Bradford. My role in this project is twofold: providing tactical support for our field operations, and keeping you briefed on the current situation. My efforts should allow you to focus on the bigger issues at hand. Speaking of which, we have a soldier waiting for a promotion in the barracks. I'll let you get to it.
Yes, thank you. By the way, your skills suck. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do a lot of explaining like a...
Our soldiers have to be feeling good after a mission like that.
Thank you. I would like to explain everything normally, but I'm going to hear that lady constantly on the intercom, Commander to here, Commander to there, Commander do this, Commander do that. So until I get her to shut up, I won't be able to explain everything. Now from here, it gives you basic information. It shows everyone's name, how many missions they've been on, kills, if they're injured or not, and in this case, what their role is.
Commander to the research labs. Commander to the research labs.
See what I mean? You can promote your characters from here, but I will do it from the barracks.
The recovered artifacts are being unloaded, and the research team is awaiting your orders. We'll get started as soon as you give the order, Commander.
So, we have new research available. We brought back 4 sectoid corpses and 6 weapon fragments. So, considering that they want us to start off by going to the research labs, let's go to research labs!
Hello, Commander. My name is Dr. Valen. I oversee the research labs. This is where all of XCOM's research and development takes place. We have already begun analyzing the artifacts recovered from our first encounter with the aliens. Based on our preliminary findings, we believe we can use them to develop some new equipment for our soldiers. With your approval, we will begin research immediately.
Damn right you're gonna start research.
Engineering. Commander to engineering.
But not yet, because now I have to go to frickin' engineering. Because apparently I don't understand what that is. So off to engineering we go.
Ah, Commander. I was wondering when you'd be stopping by. Welcome to engineering. Anything they can dream up in the research labs, we can build it here. Speaking of which, Dr. Valen has just sent us some new schematics. With your approval, we will begin fabrication.
Schematics of what? I haven't told her to build anything yet. And now they're going to tell me to go to mission control. Ugh. No? Nothing else? Alright then. I believe everything is clear, and I can start explaining what everything is! Alright. We have 5 different areas in the base here. Research facilities, engineering, the barracks, the hangar, and the situation room, which we do not have access to just yet. Now, if you look in the upper right, it shows us how many credits we have and what our current monthly overhead is. Again, we're not going to be able to get more in-depth than that until we get access to the situation room. We can look around our base using the L2 button, using the right analog stick, and by pressing in L2 to zoom. And in the lower right, you can see there that we have a council report due in 31 days. Alright, it's currently March 1st, 2015. Alright. Not going to bother with mission control. We're going to start with research.
Commander, I realize our troops have to put their own survival first, but every alien we use explosives against is one less opportunity to recover new artifacts.
Thank you. Now you can't see it down in the lower right, down in the center of the screen, middle, there. Center, bottom. But it says we have 5 scientists on staff. The way it works is by completing various missions and such, we can get more scientists. The more scientists we have, the faster research projects get done. And you'll notice this especially with some research projects, for example. Xenobiology takes 8 days and requires 4 sectoid corpses, which we have. Well, that's great and all, but if we had more scientists, it would take less time. Weapon fragments, 8 days. Alien materials, 8 days. Yeah. Well, we're going to start off with xenobiology, because that should enable us to begin alien autopsies and such. It's going to use up all the corpses we have for right now, but, well, considering this is only the first of many encounters, I'm pretty sure we're going to get more alien corpses somewhere along the way. So,
I agree. That does seem to be the most pressing of our current research options. We'll begin immediately. I will notify you when a complete report is available.
the problem is, once you start a research project, unlike the original XCOM games, you can't do multiple projects at a time, and you can't say, okay, I want X number of scientists on Project A, now I want X number of scientists on Project B. It's every scientist on one project at a time. If I change the research project, this one, xenobiology, gets stopped. I don't know if they literally stop there and then pick it up later, or if they stop and have to start all over again. Either way, it's really best if you pick a project, stick with it to completion, and then move on. Now, engineering. Much like engineering, we have a certain number of engineers on staff. Here we can do 2 things. We can build new equipment, new weapons, and so forth, and we can build our facilities. Now, the more engineers we have, the less certain items are going to cost. Now, for starters, we've only got a few things available. The basic medkit, which we can use to heal up our soldiers in combat, and satellites. Now, some projects inside the engineering bay can be completed instantaneously. The medkit, for example, which only costs us $25 and requires that we have at least 5 engineers on staff, we can build as many as we can possibly afford. They'll be done instantaneously. Satellites, on the other hand, cost $100, require 5 engineers, and will take a grand total of 20 days to build. Unlike scientists, having more engineers on staff does not reduce the amount of time it takes to build certain things. On the other hand, though, no matter how many satellites you build, it will always take 20 days. So if I put in an order for 1 satellite, it'll take 20 days to build. But if I put in an order of 5 satellites, it'll still take just 20 days to build. So the engineers are nothing if not efficient. Now for right now, we already have a satellite, so I'm not worried about getting another one because we can't launch any more right now anyway. And I'm not going to worry about medkits right this second. As for building our facilities, this is how the game works.
We've still got some room to grow up here.
Yes, we do.
But if we really want to expand our facilities, we're going to have to start excavating beneath the base. Unfortunately, the deeper we go, the more it's going to cost.
Yes, indeed. As you can see here, we have about 24? 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12... 24, 67, 28 spaces that we can build in. There are various things that we can build. Here's the way it works. These empty open caverns like this means we can build something there straight away. If we see a block like this, it means we need to excavate. If we want to move and build and excavate down here, we've got to build an access lift. All of these that we can build into are going to cost money. It's also going to cost a certain amount of money to maintain them on a monthly basis. And we also have a certain amount of power required. We can increase this by building various facilities. So for example, right now we can only build 3 things. A satellite uplink facility, which requires 5 power, $150, and 10 engineers. We don't have that. A power generator, which only requires $60 and will increase the amount of power we have total. And a thermal generator, which costs $200, but needs to be placed over a steam vent. The number of excavated caverns, steam pipes, and all that good stuff, all of that is randomized each and every time we play the game. So there's no guarantee that if I start a new game, I'll have this exact same setup. So if I didn't like the way this turned out, I could just start over again and it'd be fine. But since this is an LP, I gotta work with what I got. And like the man said, the deeper we go, the more it's gonna cost to excavate. So for the time being, there's not really much I want to build. Oh yes, and like it said, certain facilities have what are called adjacency bonuses. Satellite net uplinks have adjacency bonuses. Each satellite uplink can control 2 satellites, which I'll explain what those do once we get control of the Situation Room. Each one of them controls 2 satellites by themselves. If I build another satellite uplink next to it, that satellite uplink can control 2, but by being next to a satellite uplink, the 2 link up, share some of their resources, and can control a 3rd satellite between them. The same thing applies to power generators. Each power generator can produce how much power? An additional 6 power adds an additional 6 power to our maximum. By building 2 together, an adjacency bonus of 2 power is provided. The same thing applies to thermal generators. For right now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to tell them to excavate. And it's going to take about, 5 days? Yeah. Again, that's something else that's never going to change. It's always going to take 5 days. And since I know I'm going to be expanding, I'm going to go ahead and tell them to build. Yes, it will take 5 days and $50 and will cost me $10 a month. Please, begin construction right away.
Work crews are on their way to begin construction. I'll send word when the new facility is operational.
Thank you, Dr. Shen. So, I also find it's best that you make a map, like use Microsoft Word to create a map, a grid, and just put in what everything is, and then just kind of build around it. That way you have an idea of what you want to build and where you want to build it. Because I know at some point I'm going to lose track of what I want to build if I don't have this map. We're going to go to the hangar first before we go to the barracks, because I'll be in the barracks for a while. As a matter of fact, I'm going to save the barracks for next episode, so we're going to finish up on the hangar. So, here in the hangar we have interceptors. The aliens are going to send UFOs. Said UFOs are going to wander around and basically cause havoc. We can't have that. That's what we have interceptors for. So, as it stands right now, every nation or every continent, we can house 4 interceptors. We can transfer the interceptors we have over South America to other places, but without satellite coverage we can't intercept UFOs. So for right now though, we've only got 2. There are only 2 kinds of interceptors we can make. The basic Raven fighters. Is that what they're called? Raven fighters? Now we can make the basic interceptors and another kind of fighter, which we will have to make, but that's way, 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 way down the line. Fighters also cost a certain amount of money to maintain each month, as you saw there. $40 cost, $20 monthly cost. And then we can look at the details.
When selecting a specific jet within the hangar, you can choose to modify its current weapon loadout to best serve our needs.
Thank you. Unlike soldiers, the number of kills a particular pilot gets doesn't really matter. They never improve or anything like that. the best we can do is to either change their weapon loadout or dismiss the ship. Why you would want to dismiss the ship is beyond me. So the Avalanche missile is a conventional air-to-air missile. It's the best weapon we have, which means it's utter crap against the aliens. A 70% chance to hit, has long range, slow rate of fire, low damage, and low armor penetration. But it's what we got. We gotta work with it. So, for the time being, that is going to be it. And next time, I will have the roster filled out, I hope, and we will explore the barracks, and it will be good. Actually, I think they have something to say when we go into the barracks, so let's go ahead and do that now. No, nothing to say? Alright. Well, folks, next time we'll go into the barracks, and I will explain what all that good stuff is. So until then, everyone, thank you for watching.